Fighting a snapper, got a manatee coming up to me. This is cool. Starting to like Biscayne Bay. Oh, snapper got off and the hook went right in my hand. Hey, this is Luke Symes with Salt Strong. Have a fun video to share with you. This is going to be a walkthrough of an exploration fishing trip where I go to a spot that I've never been to before and just go through the process on dialing in where the fish are going to be and what they're most likely going to be feeding on. And this trip in particular is a great example of how a pre-trip plan, a plan before you go, can make a big difference. Because although I'd never been there before, I did spend some time on online maps, just free online maps, and I identified some areas that I thought would be feeding zones. And my very first spot ended up being just loaded with fish. So I came there, I predicted where they would be, and I also just had a lure ready for it that I thought would be good. And sure enough, it all worked and had a ton of fun. All right, so just made it out here on Key Biscayne. Just launched the paddleboard. Really nice ramp. They have a nice little side section here on the ramp and then a bunch of lanes. So super nice ramp. So I'm gonna go out and it's later than planned. So I'll still do the game plan that I talked through on my pre-trip plan, and I might just have to cut the one early so I can ride the tides the correct way. But anyhow, we're gonna go out there, give it our best, and hopefully we can find a fish or two. All right, so what I'm doing now is just trying to find some sort of life. Whether it's bigger fish or even just bait fish, just some sort of sign of life to start dialing in, where these fish are most likely going to be feeding. I'm really not seeing anything on this flat. Okay, there's some bait fish. All right, that's a good sign. So definitely some bait fish, a bunch of them. Holding real close to the mangroves. All right, that is duly noted. Yeah, a lot more bait. They're right down here in these mangrove roots. So given that, I have to imagine there's going to be some predators near those roots as well. Most likely here would be barracuda. I'd rather find some snook or something like that. So I'll keep paddling until I see at least one. Because if they're here, I'm going to see them. So there is a ton of bait. I don't know if you can see them, but this is all, like literally all bait fish. Ton of them. Good sized bait too. So that is definitely what the fish here are feeding on. All right, so I'm seeing all of that bait. It's getting real shallow. Still haven't seen any big fish. So what I'm gonna do, since it's a lower tide, with all that bait, there has to be fish here. There's no doubt about that. So what I'm thinking is that they might be holding in these deeper potholes out here on the far end of the flat, now that the water's down, and they might just come up to feed at the higher tide. So we'll go and throw some lures in these potholes out here in the deeper section. Gulp shrimp on to cover this deep zone real quick. Work. So a little cuda. And he ruined my bait. All right, at least we're on the board. Always fun catching fish in areas you've never been to before, right away. All right, so I'm gonna head up close to those trees again. It looks like they're definitely not sitting out here in the deep stuff. So I'm gonna continue moving forward. See if we can at least spook up something to get an idea of where they're holding. Again, with all that bait, there has to be some fish around. I did see something. It had to have been a shark. It was pushing water up on the flat. So there's a good amount of life. It's just a matter of finding where the ones that we want to catch are. All right, this current is moving good here. Got the good seagrass on the bottom. It seems like this should be a good spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some casts before I actually do see something. So there's something down there on the bottom. I can't tell That almost looks like a trout. Oh, there we are. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, snapper, nice snapper. Ooh, there's a bunch up behind it too. Probably about 11 and a half, 12 inches if I laid them out. Nice little fish. Yeah, look at all that bait. All that bait's out here. Man, there's probably a lot more snapper. Got manatee hanging out here. So look at all these birds. Dang, this is a good looking spot. Yeah, I got that snapper and there was probably, oh, just missed one, missed something. There were probably 3 or 4 others that came up with it. So I'll let them calm down. I'm gonna go check out this section up here. Oh, there we are. Got something. Oh, it's a bigger fish here. What the heck is this? Hi, snapper. Another snapper. This one's bigger. Oh, we got some jacks coming in. This is a lively spot. Fighting a snapper. Got a manatee coming up to me. This is cool. Starting to like Biscayne Bay. Oh, snapper got off and the hook went right in my hand. Fortunately, the barb wasn't in. Pretty cool. Oh, dang. Yeah, the tail was bitten off my shrimp, and I thought I'd be able to get a better hookup ratio, but it's not working. Looks like a bunch of snapper. A bunch of little snapper messing with it. Wow, they totally ruined me. Golly, stinking snapper. I mean, there's probably 20 of them at least down there. All small though, so they're just too small to take it down and totally ruining the tail. Ooh, there's something nice by that. A couple decent ones down there. We can get one to eat without taking my tail off. This is like an aquarium down here. This is awesome. Oh, there we are, got them. I mean, that really is remarkable how many snapper are down there. All small, at least mostly small. So I think the big ones might be out here in this current. So we'll go see what we can get out here. Oh, there we go. Oh man, it got hit pretty good. Oh, there we go. Oh, those might be small ones there too. Ooh, dang. Oh, big snook, big snook. Oh, oh. Oh my gosh. There's 3 snook right here and they followed it all the way down. Oh, that's what a heartbreaker. Dang it, that was definitely, ooh, there's a nice one right there. 100% snook. Oh, terrible cast. That just ruined it. Man, oh, there's a bigger snapper there too. I'm gonna hold it right here. Look at all, those are all snapper. Whoa, we got the snapper now, these birds are in there chasing them. That is insane. Look at that out, the water turkeys. And now the jacks are in there. This is crazy. Get out of here. That is remarkable. Look at all those snapper. Golly. Well, I might get a jack here. Whoa, whoa, water turkey about got my, dang. I almost caught that stinking water turkey. Come on now. Get out of here. All right, here's another snook coming up to me. Snook is basically right below me. He literally has no idea I'm here. Oh, now he does. I just spooked him. Dang. All right, we got a lot of snapper congregating down here below me. It'll be fun to do some aquarium style fishing, where we literally watch them eat. Oh, one already hit it. This is crazy. Look at all them coming up with it. Look at all this snapper. That is remarkable. These are all smaller. That is crazy. You can catch as many fish here as you want. Little guy. Go back there with all your friends. Yeah, so what I'm doing is basically just using, I'm not anchored down. I'm just basically keeping my shoulder right here in this this little mangrove sticks. And so I'm just keeping myself right here, super quiet, where like these fish are literally coming up to me. And I'm really just hoping that those snook come around one more time. I'll give it another 5 minutes or so. They've come up a couple times, but I'd like to try to get this bait in front of them, just to see if it gets them to react. Yeah, what a cool spot. This is literally a spot that I picked out on a satellite map without ever having come here before, and thought it'd be worth a look. And man, this has been really cool. The only bad thing about using the mangroves as an anchor, you have to, oh dang, there's the snook right there. Oh, okay, they're coming this way. You just have to be mindful of exactly where those branches are. It can be a hassle. I don't know if you can see them, there's snook right here. And my line is gonna be going really close to them. Now they just turned. I think they're checking me out. There's my bait, and there's a snook going the other way, and the snapper are about to eat my bait. All right, they're all moving this way. 100% certain that they're gonna see this. Oh, swam right around it. Dang it. They are onto me. Oh well, worth a try. It's always cool to see them. All right, we're gonna go out in the deeper zone. Oh, there we are. Oh, that's quick. Nice fish. First cast out. This might be a jack. It's like kind of jacky. Yeah, dang it. I was hoping it was gonna be a giant snapper. Coming in the mangroves here. Ooh. All right, let go of it. Don't mess up my shrimp. There we are. Saw a little jack, not a huge one, but they're always fun. There we are. Ooh, nice fish. Might be a big old snapper here. Oh, flounder. How awesome. That's a solid flounder. I was not expecting a flounder. Oh. Easy. And guess what he spit out? Exactly what bait had been out there on the flats. That's a solid flounder. All right, let's look at him revived. They're such a cool fish. These are delicious, delicious fish. All right, should be good to go. There he is, cruising right back down to the bottom. Look at that, what a cool fish. Hanging right there. Trying to figure out what just happened. All right, let's see what else we can get out here. Whoa. Thing came out of nowhere. Oh, got one. Nice. This is a ton of fun. Oh, this is a jack again. Dadgummit. There's just all sorts of fish here. Flounder I just caught, still there. Working on a jack. pelicans, got manatees out here. This is just a lively area. And the best part is I've never been anywhere near it before till this trip. Beauty about today's technology, you find these types of spots so easy now. You ruined my gulp. I'm not happy about that. Little guy. Messed up my gulp. Crazy, all those fish in my line is still nice and clean. Just straight mono, none of that flora stuff. Make sure our little fawn, our friend, is okay. Before I take off, he's still sitting right there. Yep, he's good. But yeah, my first GoPro battery just died, so that means I've been out here for a little over an hour and had a bunch of fish. There's been a lot of action, so I'm gonna go and I'm way past my plan. I wasn't planning on staying here this long, but when you find feeding fish like that, it's kind of crazy to leave. So I'm gonna go and go back to my plan and see if we can't get into some more action. We'll start heading down and see if we can't find some other species, maybe something a little bit bigger. But yeah, that was a fun start. Always gotta love some action right away. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled and let you know if I find anything else cool. So I paddled down that shoreline for a while, and I really didn't see all that much. I saw some fish, some smaller barracuda. I really had missed the tide, and also I was coming up to my deadline when I had to get off the water. And then on the way back, I saw two really nice barracuda, but I just really didn't have time to target them. But all in all, it was a really fun trip, and it was just, again, another example of the fact that you don't have to have live bait, and you don't have to really just spend a ton of time in a certain body of water to have some success. It's really about just knowing, what to do and when to do it, and just how fish react and behave based on the tides and the weather conditions. So if you are a community member, scroll down below and you'll see the pre-trip analysis information where I recorded my pre-trip plan and I explained why I was selecting the certain areas that I did. And then also you'll see exactly what happened on the post-trip analysis, and that'll all be down below. And if you're not yet a community member, I just recommend doing one of two things. And first of all, this is totally free, that is the Manifesto. This is the Inshore Fishing Manifesto. If you're a beginner, this will be a really good thing to check out, where you can read and see really the three core breakthroughs that, at least that I had, that took me from just being at 100% reliant on live bait to catch fish, and even then still having some really bad days, to now I can feel totally confident going to a brand new area that I've never been to before, only armed with a few different lures, a couple rods, and just know that I'm at least going to have some sort of action. So I'll put a link down below for that. But if you are an advanced to intermediate angler, you probably know at least the high level information. So for you, we have the super community. This is a private platform that we have. We share the best of the best, tips, tactics, strategies, most importantly, real-time trends. And best of all, it's a private platform, so all the members can post their own reports. So you get not only ours, but also from members. It's all about anglers helping anglers. There's over 5,000 members right now, and so no matter how advanced you are, it's almost impossible not to learn at least one good tip from one of those members. Because the reality is that fishing is awesome, and it's a never-ending challenge. Every day is a different puzzle, and it's all about just getting as good as possible, about putting the pieces of that puzzle together every single day as quickly as possible. And the best way to do that is to see just real-time reports and a consistent flow of real-time reports and trends. So for more information, click down below. But otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for your time in watching this video. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I hope you can get on the water soon and catch some big ones.